We got Jason Lorenson. He's going to be taking the governor fishing on Saturday. How big of an honor is that to have? Because I'm sure you've fished this area quite a bit, but now to have the governor in your boats?
No, it's quite an honor, and I'm looking forward to a great event. And right now, fishing's very good, so we're looking forward to it.
Give us a little background on yourself. How did you get to love fishing out here?
Well, I moved here about 25 years ago and didn't have a lot of fishing experience down here. And throughout some local guides and friends that I made, started learning the river and got to love this fishing system. It changes daily. It's not like fishing in inland water, so there's new challenges presented daily with water rises, current level, different currents, and whatnot. And these fish move constantly, so it's a challenge sometimes to catch them, which I grew in love with, trying to beat that challenge and catch the fish.
Well, that was going to be my next question, because this is a unique quote-unquote lake, because it's a river. So how different is it to fish this lake that we're on as opposed to just a normal old lake that someone would go out to on the weekend here?
Right. Some of your inland waters they're wind-driven lakes, right? So the fish depend on wind to create that current in that lake. Well, here we always have current, and sometimes the current is too high for certain spots, and sometimes it's too low for certain spots. So depending on water levels and your currents, those fish move to those areas, and then being able to recognize those different current seams that you look for that these fish lay in. So it's a pretty unique system compared to fishing Lake Mille Lacs or a big inland water like that.
So you talk a little about locations. How about baits or lures? Are there certain things that would work on a body of water like this?
So you can pretty much come here and fish any technique you want, but time of year is going to be dependent on that. Right now, you could fish pretty much any way you wanted. The most common thing guys are doing right now is dragging live bait. As the summer progresses and the water warms up, most guys are going to transition to a trolling bite. So they're going to be pulling crankbaits versus live bait rigging.
Now, when folks go out here, I mean, is there certain locations or certain things that they should be going for here? Or?
Yeah, right now these fish are coming back out of the river, back into the lake, and these fish are looking for food. So one day they could be in 4 feet of water, the next day they could be laying out deep water. Right now, points are a really good area to focus on, and then anywhere up towards the river where you can find some current, that would be a good place to focus. And
then I'll wrap up, because we're focusing on walleyes. I mean, that's kind of it's the governor's walleye fishing opener here. Other than walleyes, I mean, what species? If you couldn't go for walleyes, what would you go for? What should listeners go for out here in the lake?
Very good crappie bite here as well. This time of year, you could go catch a bunch of crappies as well. So if you weren't looking for walleyes and wanted a different game fish, I would probably pick crappies. Northern pike would be right up there as well.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.